Guys, we are here. Mr. Alan Bartlett, how you doing, brother?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm fired up, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency with Mr. Bartlett. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't wait to do that. We want to welcome you guys to the network. And Alan, we always like our guests to say a few words before we get started, man. Anything you want to say to the network? But we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency news, Alan's book, and whatever else he wants to talk about. Because, guys, you have to get ready. You have to get ready for the future. Actually, the future is right now. Matter of fact, Alan, I got to do my signature.
All right, there it is.
Got to do the signature move.
Yes.
Bam! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the future. You got to understand this is the future, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, it is so powerful, I can change glasses. That's how fast it's moving, ladies and gentlemen. Bam! It's just changing that quick. You better be up to date on what's going on. You know.
That's
Alan,
right.
So important, guys. So important. But Alan, if you would say something to the network, man, appreciate your time. Man.
You know, I thank you for having me here, Lord. And I thank God for you and what you're doing. And I appreciate being on the show and being able to share about crypto and talk to you. You know, so many different things happen in life and so many different technologies come. And one of the things that I hear people always talk about, if I knew what I knew back then, when this wave started and when it happened, I'd be so much better off. Well, you know something? This wave has started. You know, even though crypto's been around for a little bit, it's still at the beginning. It still has a long way to go. So you didn't miss the boat if you're not on it yet. It's starting to crank up. I remember, I think it was Antonio was saying that one of the things is that maybe you don't want to be the first or the second, but maybe the third at something because it's, you know, it's vetted out. And I think we're coming around that corner. Okay, it's been vetted out. It's been around for a while. Some things have been fixed. Some things have been realized, and you have major companies and banks and individuals getting involved in cryptocurrency and the blockchain and start to take advantage of the technology. But also what has not been talked about so much is the social impact of cryptocurrency and how that's going to happen. Can you imagine, like back when the internet started getting popular, right? No one had no idea about this social media.
I missed it.
I was like, what?
Alan, I missed it on the 8-track, man, going to cassette. I missed the part of that too. I missed the 8-track going to cassette to CD. Oh,
yes.
Yes. I couldn't.
And now it's on little devices like this, right?
Yeah, man.
With a nanopod or something like that.
Now we got everything
in the phone.
Just incredible.
Yes. And so it's important as a general purpose that we keep over technology, because if I was a person who typed on typewriters and I'm typing away, then the word processor comes along and I don't accept or embrace the word processor, I'm out of a job. I'm out of business. And so it's one of those things I can't ignore it. And as we start to move along with not only cryptocurrency and blockchain, because cryptocurrency and blockchain are two different things, right?
Yes, sir.
And so as we move along with these different technologies, starting to understand them, they are going to become a part of our lives. And so whether one likes it or not, one has to take the time to understand how that's going to impact them in the future and ready themselves so that you can just keep your job.
Absolutely. And Alan, one thing, we got to do some shout outs, man. All
right.
I'm going to start out with Mr. Antonio T. Smith, Jr., ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do some shout outs to one of the most brilliant men on the planet, man.
Yes, indeed.
I always wanted to be, we always say we would like to be in the room when Microsoft started and when, Apple started, man. And now we in the room, man, with another startup that's going to dominate the industry. So thank you so much, Mr. Antonio T. Smith, Jr. and his staff too, Alan. We got to give it to the staff.
Amazing.
Awesome staff too. I won't start naming names because I'll miss somebody. So the whole entire ATS team, we thank you so much for who you are. But ATS, ladies and gentlemen, Antonio T. Smith Jr., Google him. Just Google him. ATS, that's ATS Jr. That's Antonio T. Smith Jr. Go ahead and Google him. And also too, Alan, we got to talk about Mr. Mr. Stephen Walker. Mr. Stephen Walker, another powerful brother, ladies and gentlemen, as well. He is an awesome individual as well. He actually introduced me to Mr. Antonio T. Smith and the wonderful Mexit Exit News and the people.
What about that news? What about that news?
Yeah, that's what we talk about. That's why I put it up there. I said we're gonna do some news on crypto today with Brother Allen. So we want to give a shout out to Stephen Walker and Antonio T. Smith and so many others, but the main people there as well. And you guys know the rest of who you are, all the team on ATS, you know who you are. And as well, I don't want to start naming other names because I'll miss somebody, I'm sure. Alan, let's talk about that book, man. Let's just show folks the book up front and how to get to it, buddy. Yeah, I love it. Just simplifying it, man. I love it. Yeah. How do they order that bad boy, man?
Yeah, so you can get it on Amazon.
Yeah.
So if you go to aebartlett.com, I'll come up on Amazon, and you can find me on Amazon and the book right here, or you can go to my Facebook page. For Facebook Live, you can find me because I'm connected here with Kevin. So awesome. If you look in his friends list, you'll find me and Antonio and Steve and a lot of the other folks of the Mexican News too.
Yep, exactly.
And so this book is one of those things that is very small. See that?
Yeah, exactly, man. You can get that done in what, an hour or less?
Oh, yes. And so the thing of it was I was reading about cryptocurrency and listening on audiobook, and all the books are like almost like 300 pages long. Woo! And I like crypto, right? Yeah. But you're talking about 4 or 5 hours of straight crypto reading. Right. I'm like, well, I don't know about that. But I read it. But I say, something, people just need to know the basics. Yeah. Just the simple part. You don't have to become an expert to be involved in crypto. It's like your car.
Yeah.
I don't know how the computer works in my car exactly. But what I do know is I took my key in the ignition and turn it, it'll start and it'll run. It works.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that when you're talking about getting involved in cryptocurrency. And on here, it gives you in this book, it gives you a simple explanation of everything. Anybody can get involved, and it's strong enough where it can tell you the basics, and it gives you some examples about where and how we think that it's going to work. So if you see right here, can you see that?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, got a little
diagram.
Yes, sir. Got that diagram there, sir. Yes,
yep.
Sir.
That's going to teach you how to buy, sell, and cash out, and get your money out and spend it. Because so many times they talk about a bunch of different things. I'm going to teach you how to get it, how to buy it, how to sell it, and how to get it back in your pocket and spend it.
Wow, that's what, matter of fact, y'all need to buy 10 each. Everybody buy 10 each and then share them out with everybody in your family. And y'all get educated on what's going on. And that's what we're talking about, Alan. I want folks to be educated, but it's got to be simple. That's what Alan's put together for us, guys.
That's right.
It's got to be simple. It don't have to be hard. If you're going to do a 300-page book, at least break it up by 10 pages and do that 30 times or something.
Yes.
Don't make it so big, folks. I ain't reading all that. And they missed the whole gist of getting crypto, So Alan, let's start with that, man. So let's talk about whatever you want to talk about to bring us up to where people, I'm talking about our young people, right? Anybody can have crypto pretty much. Can't they get crypto?
That's right. And so one of the things about cryptocurrency, and it's changing. It used to be they didn't have to identify you or anything like that, what you still can get around that.
Wow.
But it's getting more stringent. And so the quicker you get in, the quicker you can be grandfathered into some things that you don't have to do, right? And so say, for instance, if I'm a young person, I mean, I'm in high school in my teens and stuff like that. I can get involved in how to build a blockchain, how to build a coin. Matter of fact, when you talk about cryptocurrency and Ethereum, young folks put that together. Young people became billionaires just from crypto. And you have so many young people out there, especially college kids.
Love it.
I remember I was talking to, I ain't gonna drop no names, but there was this young fella that was in medical school, smart dude, real smart dude. He said his buddy had did crypto and turned around and had bought a Tesla in their first year of college. And he so in other words, he already made his money. He don't really have to work, but he wants to be a doctor. But that was just crypto, just investing in cryptocurrency. And it's not one of those things that I missed the bus because there are other different types of, they call it alt coins, alternate coins of cryptocurrency.
Yes, sir.
That shoot up too, that fly through the roof. So at any given time when you're investing, there's a chance that you can get that coin. It's a little harder than it used to be, but if you do your homework, it's out there. But moreover than that, also crypto can be used to buy stuff. So I can make a little bit of money and buy something. Now that's not the best for investors. Investors say you're supposed to hold, don't spend anything. I get it. But sometimes when you need a little change, you really can't, or you just want to eat some of it, right? You can't, it's hard. I got to eat some of the pie, right? I ain't got to eat the whole thing, but I got to get a little bit of something, right?
Yes.
And so you can go ahead and spend it. So one of the things that just came out, and I got one, I'll show you right here if I can find it. There it is. Can't show you all of it.
Right. Don't show them all of it, bro. Wow. Nice.
It says Coinbase on there.
Yeah.
So that's a Coinbase card. Wow. And Coinbase is one of the standard exchanges. Matter of fact, it's on the exchange.
Yeah.
The New York Stock Exchange is one of the first ones, or actually is the first one, from my understanding there.
Okay.
But it's one of the trusted ones. And so on this exchange, you can take and use your cryptocurrency and swipe with your card. But not only that, you can borrow against the cryptocurrency. Yeah. So say, for instance, if you have $100,000 worth of cryptocurrency, or matter of fact, let's keep it easy. Say you go have $2,000 worth of cryptocurrency, right?
Yeah.
Instead of going to that payday loan, you can actually go to that cryptocurrency exchange and get the money for a lot less than what you have to pay for at a payday loan place. Yeah. And they ain't coming to get your car. And they ain't coming to repossess anything, right?
Right.
But it's a different way of looking at finances and money, and it's just a whole different thing. And so even if you're overseas, a lot of times you have to exchange your money to spend it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to do that with the cryptocurrency because it's worldwide, it's global. So if I went to Japan and I wanted to spend, I had to get some yen. I had to go exchange to get me some Japanese yen.
Right.
But if I had the cryptocurrency in my card, I swipe the card.
Oh, and it's global. You could be anywhere.
It's global.
Wow, that's powerful.
It's global. Or if I wanted to exchange money with a person, all I have to do is use my phone.
Yeah.
I'll put up the RC code, and we do like this, and we exchange money right there. And if the vendor accepts cryptocurrency, it's still the same price in America as it is in Japan. It's stable all the way across the globe, so you don't have to worry about the ups and downs of the currency.
Exchange rates and all that stuff. You have to worry about that. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Powerful.
So it's so much.
Yeah, exactly. Excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is News and Info with Alan Bartlett, Lady John and Kevin Vaughan. We're talking about crypto, guys. Crypto news is hot right now. And I'm going to give another shout out to Antonio T. Smith Jr. because he's put together a university, ladies and gentlemen, where you can also go to class, right, and learn this stuff as well. So I want you guys to sign up for that too as well. You can go to ATS University or just Google him on that, ATS University, Junior University, and you can sign up for that class there, guys. And I'll be glad to help you too and get you that information so you can sign up and get in that class so you can learn more. So if you get the book from Alan and get the class, you'll be done. And you'll be able to do what you need to do. Well, Alan, you know what I want to do is walk folks through starting out brand spanking new. I'm going to say I've got what we'll say. I'm going to say I got $200.
All right.
I want to get into crypto. Now, what do I do now? Right now, I've got it in my business account. I've got a business account, Alan. I got $200 extra money. I'm going to tell people to use your extra money. Don't put your rent money in there.
That's right. That's right.
Let's talk about
on the money, sir. On the money.
What do you call it? Discretionary income. You have to have extra income for this, folks. If your lights is getting ready to go off, don't do the crypto. If you got your water bill or if you got to pay that food bill, don't use that money for that, okay? This ain't Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. And they come back home and your house is gone. I don't want to do that. But that's the first thing. But Alan, I've got $200 coming out of my business account, extra income that I could do for something else. What do I do to start buying some crypto, man, currency?
Okay, yeah. So in the book, it lays that out a little better, but I'm going to talk to it right now. Yeah. And so if I had $200, there's different ways that I can get money into cryptocurrency.
Yes, sir.
So for instance, if I had a PayPal account, you can actually buy crypto with PayPal through PayPal.
Wow.
And you have it. Or if you have a Cash App,
Really?
you can get Bitcoin straight through the Cash App.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I knew PayPal was moving, but Cash App, you know how fast?
Yeah, I think Cash App had it first, right?
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, bro. Yeah.
So, but the difference with that is that, when you're buying crypto, there's there's a couple of different things behind it. So if I get it from the Cash App, right?
Right.
I'm not sure if I can have it in my own wallet or I keep it in Cash App's wallet. And so when we're talking about digital wallets, that is like a place where you keep your digital currency or password. So let me explain that a little bit before I move on. And so if you're getting crypto, you have to have a place to store your password. So what's in the wallet is not your cryptocurrency. It is like the password or secret code to get your currency. And so when we start to look at cryptocurrency, we got to start to look at blockchain, which is like a ledger or a book that has all the transactions in it. Yes, so let me give you an example. So when I buy cryptocurrency or I get it, say there's 1,000 people that have this book.
Yes, sir.
And each person writes what happened in the book. That's like the blockchain. So when someone checks to see who owns it, they have a passcode that goes and they look at the book and say, oh yeah, that belongs to Alan. So in that wallet basically holds the permissions for me to get my cryptocurrency. Or if you look at it like real estate, I have a house, right? But my deed and stuff is downtown. Right. That's how people know I own my house, because they have the deed of trust downtown. Right. And it's the same thing with cryptocurrency. So when you're at, say you're using the PayPal or the Cash App, what happens is they keep that wallet. You don't have that wallet. It doesn't belong to you, right? It belongs to them. So they're keeping track of your permissions on their platform or on their software. Where if I have my own cryptocurrency, I have my own wallet and I keep track of what it is. So when you're getting those from the Cash App or from PayPal, you have less control of selling it and trading it for different things, but you still do get some cryptocurrency. Right. But now if I decide to use an exchange like Coinbase, right? And that's what I would start with too. I would start with Coinbase. Gotcha. And so what you have to do is you have to go to Coinbase, and you go to Coinbase and you register in Coinbase, and you tell them who you are or this and that and the other. If you have a PayPal card, you can link it up to your Coinbase. And which makes it nice, because the thing when you have PayPal and Coinbase together, when you sell something or you sell some crypto on Coinbase, you can send it straight to your PayPal card and you get the money instantly. Or if you have money in your PayPal account, you can get the money straight out of your PayPal account and put it in the Coinbase. I like that particular setup because I only have it connected to my personal bank account. I have a buffer in between, right?
Exactly.
But the difference is that when you have it connected to your bank account, you can use larger amounts of money, but that takes a little longer time, right?
Now, so let's stop there for a minute, because I want people to understand about the bank. They should either set up a separate banking account, like I have mine set up for my business account. So can you talk a little bit about that? What's better to do? A separate business account? Don't tie it to your personal, I recommend you tie it to a business account or another account that you set up that you can play with if you want. Think about that, Alan. What do you think?
I agree. So if you, depending on your banking institution, they allow you to set up a separate account. That's separate from your main account. That may be separate from your business account. That may be separate from your car account, right? You have all these different buckets you put money in allocation for. And so you do the same thing. You set up another account at your bank if you want to hook it up, and you use that bank account. And, I think that's something that anyone should do, because if you're making purchases online and you're doing a lot of stuff and you're connecting your bank account, you don't want to connect it to your main money anyway. You want to set an account off the side. You want to fuel that account with some money and make it go there. So if anything happens, you have a limited amount of money or a limited amount of exposure of getting your money taken away. But when it goes to cryptocurrency, depending on how you want to do it, because you can do it many different ways. I would say you get that PayPal account.
Yeah.
You put it in a PayPal account because a PayPal account is known for doing stuff across line, right? They're good for that. And if they have it connected like that, then you can go back and forth and you can get money in and out that way. But if you decide not to do the PayPal direction, they have ATMs. They have cryptocurrency ATMs. But even then, you still have to use your driver's license if you don't already have an account and sign up with that ATM. Then you can put your money in. But also, there's another way. You can use your credit card. And generally, if an exchange has where they accept credit cards, they have different credit cards that accept. And you can go in and, there's a fee for it. Some are higher, some are lower. And you can fuel it, your account with that credit card. And so if you didn't want to do PayPal, or that's just not your thing, you just want to put it in and start working in exchange. I would do it that way. So the first thing I would do, if I just want to do straight crypto, I would use Cash App or PayPal if I just wanted to do it and keep it simple and put it in that way. If I want to move it up to the next notch, then I would go ahead and get Coinbase. It's not my favorite one. The customer service isn't that great, but because it's regulated by the United States, it gives you a certain amount of protection.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's looking at it, right?
Yeah, you can have some, there's something, somebody's looking at it, and I would take and bring that money in, and I would drop it right there with Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Amen.
There's a lot of coins, ADA and stuff, but starting out, I would just jump on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And what you want to try to do is buy it when it's down. Buy it low. And if you don't feel like waiting, it doesn't matter. I think it's going to go up anyway. And I'm not a financial advisor, but just throw the money in there. And some folks, they let it sit. Don't even worry about it. Matter of fact, Coinbase has something where you can deposit every month like $60, and you can just play the whole cryptocurrency market and just buy a part of that, right? And as it goes up, your money goes up. And so it's easy to do. I think it's one of those things, if you're talking about finances, especially if you're starting out on a lower level, because you can do $50. When it comes to the stock exchange, it's getting a little better, but you still have to go to Scott's or E-Trade. There's different rules. It moves much slower. There's nothing against stocks, because I do them too. It's not either or. You can do both.
You can do both. I'm doing both. I'm doing all.
Do both. And so that's what I would do with that too. I would set my account up, take the time to learn a little bit, read this Simply Crypto book. It'll tell you step by step how to do it. But I would put it into Coinbase. There's many different exchanges, and I use quite a few of them. But right now, starting off, Coinbase, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, the two major ones. And I would leave it there. Then I would start to read. But here's a good thing about Coinbase. And this is something I did. And I'm not trying to shout out to Coinbase, but they did something good, right? So what they allow you to do is they have these little video classes. And when you take the video class, you can earn $1 for each minute or thing you learn. So say, for instance, if I think it was yesterday or today, it was called EFT, right? FET. And I think this is going to be a good one. I'm just reading, I'm liking it, right?
Exactly.
And so I took the little class, it gave me $3, but the thing of it is that I actually learned how that cryptocurrency worked. So they was paying me to educate myself. And so I think I did that 15, 20 times, right? And I was like, well, 15, 20 times is a little bit of money. You can actually sell all that, put all up, and actually can put that back in Ethereum too, right? And you're making an investment in that.
Wow.
And so starting off, that would be the thing I would do.
That's powerful, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all around the globe, this is News and Info with Alan Bartlett. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Vaughan will talk about cryptocurrency in the news. Hey, Alan, we want to make sure you guys get excited. We want you to learn. We don't have to do nothing, right? You may not want to do it. That's okay. We're just saying, learn what's going on, okay? You don't have to spend any money. You don't have to do that. Just learn. Get Alan's book. Learn what's going on. So when you hear about it, how about this? It's a good conversation piece when you're out and about talking to people. Some people are looking at each other and don't even know what to say. Alan, but you say cryptocurrency, you can talk intelligently about it after reading Alan's book. So that's what we want you to do. We want you to be ready, though. But
yes.
So, guys, we want you to be ready for the future. It's here right now. And guess what, guys? It's something new. It's exciting. We just want you to learn about it. You don't have to participate, monetarily in it. but we just want you to learn about it. So when things come up, when things change in the technology, you at least know about what's happening, and you can make your own decisions, guys, as well. Because as Madeline mentioned, guys, you're going to be able to buy houses. Matter of fact, they're doing that now. Cars now, trips now. I mean, you can go around the world with crypto now if you know the right thing to do. So it's here right now, guys. So but guess what? You need to know what's going on, and you need to be educated there. If you don't mind, Alan, let's give another plug for that book, man. How to get the book.
Oh,
Folks to get that book.
right there.
Yeah, man. Simple.
Yeah,
crypto.
check me out on Facebook and on the crypto show.
Yeah.
That's coming up in September.
Yeah.
We're going to go over things piece by piece and talk about all parts of cryptocurrency, because there's another part of this story, right?
Yes, sir.
And that part is blockchain,
Yes.
which is not cryptocurrency. It's something else.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I was talking about that ledger where you write the names in and different things, right?
Yep.
You can record many different things on there. So for instance, you hear about Bitcoin, but a lot of times you don't hear about Ethereum.
Right.
In the ERC token, right? Ethereum request for comment, right?
Right.
20. And so that token or that coin, you can make one of those coins yourself. It's not that hard. There's websites that let you make a coin for whatever reason it is, right?
Okay, exactly.
And so,
yeah.
So with Ethereum, yeah.
We know why.
So, Ethereum, it allows you to build contracts. And now comes the, I guess the business portion of it, right? So if I can automate my contracts, how much better off would I be? So for instance, if I'm a gentleman and me and you agree, say, if you run down the street and hit the stop sign, I'm going to pay you $20.
Right.
And you say, how do I know you're going to do that? And I set it up in a contract with Ethereum, right? And electronically it watches. And so now we don't have to do nothing, because once we set that up and agree, you go hit that sign, it's like clockwork. Automatically, it kicks off that contract and it sets it up for me. And so when you can start to do that for a person that does development, that's a great thing. So that's why Ethereum, they believe, moving towards in the future, may do a little better than Bitcoin because of the flexibility. But what runs both of them is a blockchain. And that blockchain technology, as Antonio says, it's like the new internet.
Yeah, that's powerful.
It's like the new internet.
Because Al, I asked the question. I said, man, with all the internet problems we're having, hacking in and the dark web, I said, why don't they just create another one? Can't we create a separate system? Just like for the government, for example, would have their own by themselves, just connecting that. And like you said, and then he said, now they already got it. It's called blockchain. I said, okay, that makes a lot of sense now once you hear it from the right people, right? It's powerful.
Yes.
I love it.
And so if you, I describe in a book, if you look at blockchain and the gold rush, right? So if you have Bitcoin, it's like the gold.
Right.
And blockchain are like the supporting products in the gold rush.
Right.
So now you have Levi Strauss, right? The jean company. It started during the gold rush. That's where it started at.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's still making money. Wells Fargo Bank. When it started the stagecoaches, right? Exactly. It started doing the gold rush. And it's still making money. Matter of fact, people who own those companies made more than the people who were looking for gold.
Absolutely.
And so when you start looking at that, when it comes to investing, because you're like, well, wait a minute. So what I want to do, and that's why I said when it comes to putting your money first into a coin or something, Ethereum, because it's a really strong blockchain, and there's others out there because you can develop different things on that blockchain for different purposes. And so when you start looking at that, if I'm a tech person or if I'm a young person, and I start looking at technology and which way it's going to go, and you start to see companies utilize this technology, or you go out to one of the places like Indeed, or I don't know if it's Monster or whatever it is, a job search, and you put down, blockchain programmer.
Right.
Then you start seeing them jobs come up with 6 figures.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, Al,
hold that thought, man, 'cause that's good for the young people right there.
Yes, it is.
You hear that? Matter of fact, we did something on Mexit News, ladies and gentlemen, People's Congress. We brought that up, guys. All the tech jobs were 6 figures and above. I couldn't believe it, man.
That's right. I remember you was telling us that. Yes, sir.
Man, I didn't even think about it. I read it. All of these were 6 figures. That means my nephews, nieces can start off at 6 figures if they're certified and ready to go with that. And matter of fact, you can probably call some of your own, say, I need 7 figures. They'll probably give it to you. Really good, you know what I'm saying? So that's
yes.
the opportunity you guys got. So Al, I want to take this time because this is so important to me, that the families, mom and dad, you need to share this information with your children.
Absolutely.
They can do this part-time. We're saying they can still go to college and still do this. You know what I'm saying? They can get their PhD, right, still do this, their master's, their bachelor's, their associate, whatever, get certified. If they just get a certification in this area, they're going to be sucked up probably. And the company will probably even pay for their PhD, you know, if that's what they want.
So, I say,
so many opportunities.
Student loans ain't no joke.
Yeah, man. So it's such a great strategy, guys. But we want you guys to stay up to date on what's going on. That's why Mexit News from the ATS family, that ATS Junior Network, ladies and gentlemen, and also the People's Congress, that we put this information out. You'll be hearing more about that on our Facebook pages. You guys actually can do that now. Go to Facebook and just type in the People's Congress, Mexit News. That's MEXIT. That's Mexit, MEXIT, Mexit News. You'll get some information about that as well. So I wanted to make sure we did that because Al and I are part of that network, and that's what we do to get the information.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. And I tell you guys, but mom and dad, you got to do this. Teachers, principals, career planners, you get this information out to the community so they know about these jobs. I'm talking about right now. They're looking for people, Alan. They can't even find enough people to do this stuff, man.
That's true. That's so true.
Isn't that crazy? So that's a good.
Oh, it is.
That means you have to branch out, folks. You got to learn this stuff. Okay, there's nothing you can't do. Well, learn. You get Alan's book. Learn the basic. Learn the stuff. Get involved, and then you can either create your own stuff, or you can go work for somebody for a while, save that money. You can probably go around the globe too. You know, go around the globe helping people build their system. So it's up to you guys. It really is up to you. But Alan, I want people to understand they need to go get this money, go get this business.
Yes.
And all the stuff coming out, because I tell you, there's only gonna be a few people again that's gonna understand it. And then you're gonna wonder why I didn't do it. We can't miss this one, Alan. That's for sure, buddy. Can't miss
they got to give up that typewriter, move to a word processor.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, that's great. Yeah. Al, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to make sure that the family knew.
That's important.
The children involved in this area. You know, give them a little assignment to look up crypto, see what it's all about, let them report back to the family, pay them a little bit, and then go from there. But the goal is just to give you the news, guys, and the crypto information that you're going to need to succeed. But Alan, if you would continue, my friend, I love it.
Oh, yes. So I think you made a great point, because one of the things about this blockchain is there's some schools that do have different programs, but I don't think there's a degree for it yet. Maybe it's incorporated some of the other schools a little fast forwarding. Right. But just like when it came to the internet, when people learned how to program, I think at the time it was Perl and JavaScript and all these different type of stuff. If you can do it,
C++.
Yes,
and
Turbo C and all kinds of stuff. If you could do it, they weren't asking for a degree. They just want, can you do that? If you can do that, we'll pay you whatever you want to have.
Exactly. 6 figures, no problem.
Yes.
Start today. Matter of fact, you can work from home. It'd be so bad.
Yes. Plenty of them do. Because if it's a little different, because if it's a little global, and a lot of these startups, and these are young people that are making money. Not to say that older people can't, because we can jump in there too, because like the internet has no age restriction.
Nope.
It's a matter of if you can handle it and do the business and handle the load of working, you can make the money.
Yes.
But even moreover than that, I remember Antonio had gave his class about understanding money. And I want to say it was, and this is not a good video, right? But I think it was like something like a South Park cartoon.
Okay.
You remember that one?
No, I haven't.
It was like a cartoon, and it talked about how money was made and how the economy works. Okay. And it was a cartoon, and it was kind of crazy.
Okay.
But that cartoon was on point.
Okay.
And it wasn't vulgar, but it was, it was a little touchy here and there.
A little racy a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little racy, but it spit the facts out about money and understanding money. And then once you understand that, then you come back and you look at the cryptocurrency, then you will see part of the threat that people or governments have with cryptocurrency. Because if I can control the currency, I can control the value of the currency.
Right.
But also, if I control the currency, I can control your money, meaning I can control you.
Yep.
But if I have cryptocurrency
Yep.
and is used in my country, then I don't need to use the country's money.
Right.
I can use cryptocurrency.
Mm.
And if I'm an evil dictator, then I'm losing control because now people have a different way of exchanging things. Maybe it's just not money. So for instance, if I created a token that was the broccoli exchange token,
Mm-hmm.
and it kept track of how many times I gave this person broccoli and how many times this person gave me carrots.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's on that ledger, and it keeps track. Now, me and that person have a way to keep track of what we worked on and how much I have and how much you owe me, and we can go back and forth, and it's indisputable because I can't say, well, no, you don't owe me, I owe you. No, because here it is on a blockchain. Millions of people are seeing it and looking at it. So it is correct that you do owe me 5 pieces of broccoli. You can't lie about that. You owe me 5 pieces of broccoli.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things that contract or that governance is automatic. So therefore, when we talk together and go back and forth, we don't need a middleman to do the negotiating because it's already there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a problem if I'm a bank and I'll make my money from securing your money and giving you this money and tell you is this value, all of a sudden that's gone.
Right.
So for me as a bank, I got a problem with that because now you done removed me.
Right. Exactly.
And now your money or your stuff is secure, can't nobody steal it.
Right.
Not unless you give away the passcode or even something even worse. Yeah. People have forgot their secret code and cannot get their money.
Ooh.
There's this dude that has millions of dollars in crypto.
Let's talk about that. Talk about that, please, to the people, because that's important, sir, because you do all this.
Yes.
You may have a life-altering system and you just forgot some things because, things come up. So
that's right.
Talk about that. How do you protect yourself from that happening, sir?
And so also in the book, it talks about having a couple of different wallets, right? Because there's different wallet types. There's something called cold storage.
Yeah.
That's like a memory stick that has some different type of technology on it. Okay. I can plug it into my computer. I have to put my thumb on it or type something in it, and it'll hold my secrets, right?
Gotcha.
Then there's the exchange wallet, like Coinbase, where they keep and take care of all that. You don't need to know your secret. They just make sure it's you, and they have the keys to that.
Gotcha.
And so what this particular individual did, he had his own, I think it was a cold storage wallet, offline wallet, or whatever it is, or it might have been a meta wallet or something.
Yes, sir.
And he forgot the password.
Yeah.
And so now he can't get to his crypto. That means that he doesn't have the key to tell the blockchain that he owns it and to give it to me.
Wow.
And so it's just sitting there on a blockchain.
Wow.
It's there.
Growing.
But no one can get to it because no one knows the password.
Wow.
And so that's why what I say in the book is that, and some people may not agree with this, but I know how forgetful I can be sometimes, right?
Oh, yeah, same here, bro. Yeah, that's why I got it written down. I got all my stuff right here, back up. Everything's backed up on here. On 2 sheets, man, everything. Just in case.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Some people say, don't write it down. I say, write that joker down on a piece of paper.
Put it in the safe or something if you want to, but.
That's right. But because keep in mind, though, somebody gets that. That's like, say, for instance, you have $3,000 or $4,000 in cash and they pick it up and put it in their pocket.
Yeah.
The same thing that is with that sheet of paper. So you got to keep that paper hidden somewhere. Yeah. Or, you have a couple of them, right? And you put one over here, one over there. Yeah. Or if you are saving it electronically, because you can save it electronically on a wallet.
Yeah.
Maybe in 2 places.
Yeah.
And there's other tools like computers have where they have like this password safekeeping.
Right.
They have that on there electronically. But what I like is paper because, say, for instance, you lose your phone or your computer just goes zap straight out.
Yeah, that can happen.
There's nothing you can do.
That's right.
But if you're keeping it offline, then you want to hide it. And here's another thing, too. So if I'm on Coinbase and say I make a lot of money, I don't want to leave a lot of money in an exchange.
Right.
I want to take some of that money out the exchange. So if I had like 15 grand and I'm thinking, I only want to invest 5 grand,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 10 and I'm gonna store that on my wallet in cold storage or on a piece of paper and put that away.
Yes, sir.
For safekeeping. And I'm only going to use that 5,000 because exchanges have been hacked before.
Right.
Something can happen. You
Yeah.
get locked out,
Yeah.
but you at least have most of your money, especially if you're kicking up 20, 30, 40 grand.
Yeah.
You want to put away because, for instance, when it comes to cryptocurrency,
Yes, sir.
you are your bank.
Yeah.
You are the banker.
Wow.
You take the place of the banker because you control your money,
Wow.
how you want it to move, and how you want to use it. And that gives you more power over what you have.
Yeah.
And so that's why that cryptocurrency is important. And so there's a social part of this too, right? And so when we talk about social exchange, a lot of people, I'm gonna say a lot, I'm gonna say quite a few who are really deep into cryptocurrency.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's very revolutionary.
Right.
For them, they're like, the dollar has issues. It could disappear like the money in the South, right? It used to be worth something, it ain't worth nothing now.
Right.
Or in different countries where the currency was worth something, now it's worth zero since that person who gave it its value is gone. Like Saddam Hussein, right? His money's worth nothing now because he's been turned over.
Yeah.
But if you have a cryptocurrency, it doesn't need Bitcoin or Ethereum, it could be a different coin or whatever it is.
Right.
That value is global value. It's just not my country's value, but it could be a global value. And so if the dictator or that person in government fails to keep their word or they fall over, it doesn't mean that money loses its value.
Right.
Like if it was just paper money and inflation kicks in and it's just like all kind of crazy, right?
Right.
And it's hard to lose cryptocurrency as long as you don't lose your secret password, you always got your money. Because there's times that I went back, it was like 4 or 5 years. I had got some crypto, I forgot about it.
Right.
But I went to sign back in,
right.
It was still there. And it was worth something too. I was like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about, Brother Allen. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Mr. Alan Bartlett, one of the best on the planet, ladies and gentlemen, about cryptocurrency. He and I are talking about the news we want you guys to know about. We get our news from ATS Jr., Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr., the People's Congress, and Mexit News, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best network systems on the planet. And I want you guys to Google Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. Antonio T. Smith Jr., just Google him and you'll get a ton of stuff. I think he owns 47 million companies or something like that. He got a ton of companies that he owns and he's moving forward on as well. And we're just excited about that. Alan, this is powerful, man. I get excited.
Yeah.
And I want our young people, please. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure my nieces and nephews in upstate New York, y'all gonna get this. If not already, you're gonna get this so you guys can look at that and get yourself some crypto, at least learn about it. If nothing else, okay? You can do that, Alan. This is amazing. Alan, let's give another plug for that book, man. Tell people how to get that book, bro.
All right, Simple Cryptocurrency.
Keep it simple. How thick is it, man? Is that 300 pages? That's not 300 pages. Look at that. Folks, you can finish that in a day or less. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. One seating.
I love it.
One seating,
That's great, man.
And see, look in there, it says, the concept behind it.
Yeah. Oh, I love
and
it.
The things that you're going to learn is right here in purple.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, what we need to do, if you haven't thought about it already, we need to do you a webinar, man, pay-per-view webinar where people come in and pay you to tell about that book, at least a portion of it anyway. So that's that'd be powerful.
Anytime, because there's so much, and you have to slow down.
You want to learn crypto? Call Mr. Allen, guys. We'll set you up with a webinar. You got to pay now. You got to pay for this. So you playing?
Yes, and have my man right here on. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We do it together. That's what we do it together.
Amen. I'll let him decide how he wants to do that, but that's going to be powerful. But Alan, so what else can we be doing, man? What else should we be doing with crypto? As far as the news, is there any particular news we need to keep up with? What's going on around the planet?
Yeah, one of the things that that I noticed, right, and it could be me, it could be totally me.
Okay.
So I went to a couple of crypto ATMs. Some was down south, and some were a little farther north and stuff.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but I found them in different places.
Okay.
One of the crypto exchanges or ATMs was like right in the heart of the hood.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Really?
yes, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, the gas. This how bad this gas station was. Sometimes you go to the gas station
yeah.
and you can get some good food and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely.
It was so bad they didn't even have food in there.
Wow.
And
What about the slot machines in there? They got the gambling.
no, they didn't have slot machines. They had liquor and they had a cryptocurrency machine.
Wow, incredible.
And there's zombies walking around, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the thing about what is a cryptocurrency? Who would put this in here? But people were using it.
Yeah, of course, man.
And so some of it was, to get money out and to send money back and forth, because you have MoneyGram and all this type of different things.
Union, man. Is Western Union in the game, Alan? Yeah, I'm sure they are.
No, it's just putting Western Union out of business, because Western Union has higher fees. Can you imagine?
They're not flipping though. I was thinking Western Union's not looking at cryptocurrency.
I have no idea, because I know it goes. I know it kind of like goes against what they do, because they
but they're
charge you money to send money, right?
Right.
Well, if I can automate that just electronically,
that takes them out again.
Yeah, because I can have my RC code. You hear it, I do like this, right? And we can exchange cryptocurrency, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's cash for me.
That's right.
So if I go to this ATM, I can actually turn my crypto into cash. So I can be on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Send you some crypto. You go to the ATM.
Yeah.
And you get cash out.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's very cheap, very inexpensive.
Wow.
And so that's a different way when I sign on to that. But then also I noticed a crypto ATM off the beaten path. There's one gas station like 4 or 5 miles, and inside this gas station, it had chicken, it had everything you want, air pump and stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
It was a nice gas station, right?
Yeah.
But it also too had a crypto exchange, crypto ATM in there.
Wow.
And people were using it for whatever they was using it for. But it was in there too. Then I'm in Richmond now, right? We have them in different places in Richmond. So that's one way you can get cash. And I think college students are a little more up to use it.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of stuff starts on campus. A lot of this new technology starts on campus.
Yeah.
They take it with them, it blossom out.
Yeah.
So to me, that was an indicator that not only is it for investing, but people are using it as a means of commerce to get certain things done.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's a whole different level than just I'm making $1 million, but actually it has value for everyday life.
Absolutely. Alan, as you know, the new generation, they don't want no cash or change in their pocket, man. Just go hit me up, man, right here. Let me move this money around here. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I don't want no cash, no change, just electronically transfer. Matter of fact, you'll have a fit if they lose this bad boy. So
you ain't kidding.
Yeah, man. Fit, man.
You ain't kidding.
So the point is, guys, it's the new technology. You want to stay up to date. And Alan, we're not even going to get into biblical prophecy. I just want y'all to pay attention.
All right.
Just pay attention. That's all I'm saying about that. Pay attention because this is global implications, guys, that things can change overnight. Literally, this could flip in 30 days or less. I heard from the Federal Reserve, if they wanted to flip it, it could flip it, man, and it'd be done.
Yes.
So keep that in mind, folks, as we move through the prophecies of the Word of God. So I'm gonna let y'all figure that one out, but call me offline. I'll be glad to share that with you. That we got.
You let them know, right? You let them know.
Be careful what's going on. Not to say you don't learn stuff. We're just saying we got to be wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove, as the Word of God says. Come on now. So I have to put that in there, Alan, because we do.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we got to put that in there.
Because if you look at things from a historic standpoint, at one time we used gold coin. There was no American dollar. There was no yen.
Right.
All these things start to change.
Yeah.
And economies change.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you look at it, if you're a business person, and you want to make some money, you have to be able to receive payment in every way that you can.
That's right.
And so if you can provide a service or a product to a group of people who have cryptocurrency, then you can actually build yourself a new audience
Yes,
a
sir.
new group of people that will buy your product.
Yeah.
If you know how to turn that cryptocurrency into cash, just not about investing. So that's why in that book, it has that diagram. So if I receive some cryptocurrency, I need to flip it right away because I need cash. Because say that the electric company don't take crypto,
Right.
they still want dollars, right?
Right.
So I need to be able to exchange that and change that into currency and something that I can use. So if I'm a business person and I have a business and it's lacking off a little bit, especially if it's a service, maybe I want to put out an ad that says, I accept Dodge Coin, Shiba Inu, Ethereum, something Cardio, all kinds of different coins. Or maybe I want to start and do my own coin as a reward program. And I start giving my coin out and start giving it value. There's many different business aspects to that one that has their own business can monetize that. And that's what it's about, monetize. It's not always about a dollar. Sometimes when you have a good customer list, that's what matters. Matter of fact, do you remember when Amazon first started?
Yep.
All he did was sell books.
Yep.
And it comes to find out, those people who would buy books online were also great customers to buy everything else.
Absolutely.
And so if you grab someone and they use cryptocurrency, you never know, they may be a great customer for other products that you have. And people that use cryptocurrency generally are people in general, and they have different currencies they use anyway. So you never know, by pulling in that group of people, they may be great buyers of your products using cash or whatever they have, or bartering. So it's a different avenue that one can take to prosper from. But you got to get involved. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole
especially
thing.
With the blockchain. I think that's going to be the winner overall.
Absolutely.
Is that once you learn that blockchain technology and understand how it works, it's like understanding Microsoft package or whatever, Microsoft email or whatever it is that first came out. It was very daunting at the beginning, but once you learned and understood it, it's not bad at all. You use it all the time. And if you're a young person, like you were saying, when it comes to development, even Amazon, when they have their instance of AWS, you can get a blockchain on AWS. They got it set up for you to do blockchain on AWS too.
Wow.
And Google.
That's powerful.
Right? Google Go, I think, interacts with the blockchain. That's the programming language, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So all these companies that are looking forward to doing things, they all are embracing this technology. So if you're a young person and you want to get ahead of the curve, most definitely.
Absolutely. Got to get the book. Hey, let's do another plug of that book there, Alan. How can I get that book, man? Because you guys gotta keep it simple. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's right. Or remember, you can always go to AEBartlett.com, and I'm there. Or you can go to HTEAS.com, HTs.com, and it'll pop up there as well. Or hit me up on Facebook at The Crypto Show, which we're going to have Mr. Kevin on that show.
Wow. That's going to be
talking about crypto, because on that show, it's just not about the geeky stuff. It's about how do regular people feel about cryptocurrency? Because just like there was a social element to the internet, there's a social element to cryptocurrency that we have not learned or know about yet.
Right. Absolutely.
But we're going to find out once more people start taking it on and start using it and using it in different ways and utilizing it. There's something to be learned by that. And if you can understand that, you can make tons of money. Can you imagine if you've seen a social media coming?
I know, Doc. I'll just think about the World Bank, man. I'd love to be a little bug right now. We'll see what World Bank is doing in that area, man. They must have a top secret room somewhere over there to see what's going on so they can get ready for this change, because they see it coming and they're already working on it. I think we reported on it. They're working on it. World Bank's already recognized. Matter of fact, when I saw this, who was it? Discovery card. Yeah, Discovery card. No, MasterCard. We reported on MasterCard, man, getting in the business. I said, man, MasterCard, get in there. And some big play. I said, okay, this is pretty serious thing.
That's going to save them money.
Yeah, man. They looking at, that's right, cut that dollar bill and keep the board of directors happy. by bringing in
Yes.
the money. Yes, sir.
That the whole infrastructure behind the banking process, because
Yeah.
right now some of them still use the what is it, the COBOL, the old language, COBOL language,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they use the mainframes in the back end because they work and they're secure, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But now you have this other technology that can secure and rightfully report on the money, which that might be a different problem because maybe they don't want you to rightly report on the money because they can't hide some of that stuff, right?
Exactly.
They can't do the funny math because it's all open.
All those offshore
that's
accounts go away. Don't think them offshore accounts are gonna be history, boy. Y'all better spend that money now. Y'all better spend it.
Yeah, and his is kind of geeky, but I think it's important to mention that you have a private blockchains, and you have public blockchains.
Wow.
What they're looking to is private blockchains. That's where they control all the computers that make the record all the transactions.
Wow.
Where a public blockchain, fully public, you could see all the transactions and the computers are owned by many different people.
Wow.
Versus them owning all of them, hiding what's going on, or they own all of them, let you see a portion of what happens. So a lot of them are working on their own private blockchains. Because if I can get you and all your money on my own private blockchain, I can lock you in, and therefore I got you forever.
Right, exactly. Especially
so there's a fear with that too, because you got to watch them, and that's why when you look at Ethereum and the blockchains that are public, we as people need to navigate a little more towards them so that we can have that freedom without giving the banks the same control with tougher locks with a new technology.
Wow. Wow.
You know,
powerful, man. So that's going to affect nonprofits, for-profit folks in the future. So get ready, get ready. You know, Alan, one thing, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this cryptocurrency news, guys. We had to bring Alan on because he's got the expert book for that, ladies and gentlemen, keeping it simple for you to learn this blockchain. But Alan, if you would, let's finish out here with some strategies, man. What's some strategies? Because we want people to buy land. We want you to buy land, own real estate, own stuff with your blockchain, with your cryptocurrency in the future, all those things you need. We want you to start buying stuff up so you own it. So can you give some strategies, if you don't mind, Alan, that we need to look at in the future, buddy?
Yes. And so one of the things also with this is something called an NTF. We were talking about that, Kevin?
Yeah, I remember.
Actually, you brought that up.
After I figured it out, man, I had to remember what it was. Now I remember now.
Yeah. And so, like for instance, if you want to own a copyright, that's what I look at, like a copyright.
Yeah, exactly what it is. Yeah, it's a digital.
You know, and so it's like the NTF. I can own a copyright to music, to art, or to an item or something like that. And when you think about the copyrights, I remember Michael Jackson and what was that Beatles name? Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
And Paul McCartney got mad at Michael Jackson because Michael Jackson bought the rights to a lot of the Beatles songs from him, and Paul McCartney didn't think it was worth that much money. And you think Michael Jackson was crazy. He was doing that stuff. Turned around that he digitized that and made a ton of money just because he owned the copyright to that man's music.
Exactly. Brilliant.
And so when you start seeing that, when you start owning stuff like Kevin was saying, that's what he's talking about. You know, it's almost even like having a patent on something. Every time somebody uses it, they got to pay you. Absolutely. And so when we look at NTF, we start looking at it like that. Okay, but you got to worry about that too, because sometimes you can buy, especially art or something, and it's worth a lot today. It'd be worth nothing tomorrow. You got to watch it because the value is dependent on how people feel about it, and how much they think it's worth, right?
Exactly.
And so that's one of the things. So, but when it comes to investing, and like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but when it comes to investing,
the guys, we're just telling you what we do.
Thank you. That's
exactly what we do. Period.
That's it. I would go to a Coinbase and I would get some Ethereum, and I would get some Bitcoin, and I would get some Maddox. And I would take those little classes that Coinbase have to help me educate myself. But also that gives me some crypto in case I don't want to put a lot of money out. I would take the time to pick up this very thin book
Yep.
and read about it to help myself understand it. Because I remember Robert Kiyosaki, I think it's one of his cash flow books. He was talking about one needs to become a better investor, and becoming a better investor is the understanding the market a little better. And it's irresponsible not to know something. And what I'm saying is I agree with that. Yeah. But it depends on the level, right? So for instance, if I do a little day trading, right, and I'm looking at how the ETFs are going up and down, and I keep track of it, and I can jump in there like, remember Double Dutch? You got to jump in and out. Yep. I can jump in and out. I can make some money. That's because I've been watching it. Yeah. But if I have not been keeping up on it like that and watching it like that, then it's best for me to take the safe road. Right. And put my money into coins that have a high cap. So for instance, if you have a coin that has like $500,000, that's a small coin, right? Yeah. You're not going to be rich off of that one because it only has like $500,000 worth of coins. Somebody owns about 50% of that and this and that. But if you have something like Ethereum or Bitcoin, I forgot how many millions or billions it's worth. The cap is huge. Yeah. So you know it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. You know that the value will drop. And if it drops, you know it's going to go back up because a lot of people have it, but it's not going to disappear because you can get involved in some coins and they be up a little bit and they literally disappear. Like you won't find it. They're done. They get delisted. Wow. There's nothing there. Wow. So you got to watch the cap. Yeah. When you're investing on it, right? Then you have to also watch the pattern. Yeah. If it's going up, it's going down and stuff like that, because you want to buy low and sell high. But if you're going to go for the long distance, I would like Ethereum because it has staking. That means after so many weeks or something, you get a percentage of Ethereum off of what you have. So for instance, if I had a $2,000 worth of Ethereum and maybe I get 10% staking, 10% of that is going to be $200. Then I'll get $200. Or if it's 2%, I'll get like $20. But my money is making money. Yeah. And so I will make more money within that exchange than I would have keeping it in the bank at whatever the bank rate is, like 4 or 3% over 10 years. It may double. Well, if you've been watching Bitcoin just in the last maybe 2 or 3 months, it's crazy. Yeah. It went up. I remember, was it 2 years ago? It was like at $3,000 or something like that. Yep. It went all the way back down there. And now it's up at 40, 50 grand or something. Right, exactly. Just like that. 35 grand, that's I saw it. But yeah. Yeah. And so the other coins followed it too. There's many other coins, right? Yep. That were following, keeping pace. And they were doing it too. So if you decide to invest in a whole crypto market on Coinbase, and there's other exchanges, I cannot elaborate it more that there's other exchanges, right? Find the one that works best for you. The reason why I said Coinbase, because it's a US based business and it's on the market. So it's being watched and stuff like that. So I think it's one of the safest ones. It's not the best one. Make no mistake. It's not the best one, but it's one of the most safest ones. And Binance, that's one that another one's US. I like KU. That's somewhere on an island somewhere. I forgot where it's at. They say it's in Hong Kong, but it's not. It's somewhere on an island. Do your homework, right? Yeah. Yes, and and there's Hitbit. There's all kinds of them out there. Yeah. And one of the things that people like to do, and I just don't throw this out there, is that they'll find a coin that's up and coming. Right. They'll buy it cheap. Then once it makes it to the exchange, and it hits the exchange, it goes up. So when you see coins coming over to go to exchange, if you can get that coin before it goes to the exchange, yes, sir, it'll go up. And how do you do that? There's Pancake Swap. There's other exchanges that you get involved with that have these different coins that are not on Coinbase or maybe aren't on Binance at the time. You buy them there. You wait until they get ready to move to the larger exchanges. And that's one way that you can make money. And you keep your eye on that if you want to get deeper into that. Like we were saying, that there's classes. Antonio has classes that teach you a little more about that. You watch the crypto show coming mid-September, and we're just going to talk about all kinds of stuff about cryptocurrency, maybe even do some trips out and bug some people on the street about it. You never know. And just enjoy ourselves trying to learn and grasp what this thing is, so that we can also monetize it, but also use it. But also here's a chance for a certain group of people who were disenfranchised with the financial system to become part of that financial system. So for instance, if I was a person and I couldn't get a bank account, and there's some people that do have problems getting a bank account, but you need a bank account to do a lot of different things in life, right?
That's right.
But now I can get crypto.
Yep.
I can give me a card. I can become a part of investing at with very little small part of money. I don't have to have insider trading. And I can make it happen.
Yep.
And so that's one of those things that's great. And young people, I think, will gravitate and grab onto that.
Absolutely, man. And that's exactly what we want, man. We want them over here just typing, trying to find some stuff too. While Alan was talking, ladies and gentlemen, but we want our young people to at least be knowledgeable about this stuff. You know, another thing too, I get excited about, at least for us boomers anyway, it keeps your mind sharp, Alan. Man, I tell you.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, man? It keeps your mind sharp, baby boomers. We are baby boomers. So guess what? Your mind will be so sharp, you'll be running rings around your great grandchildren. You know, you say, baby, I already know about that, you know. So, you know,
that's what's up. You ask them, do y'all know what's up with crypto? Y'all how that works, son? Absolutely. Grandson, you know what you know about that, grandson?
Yeah, exactly. So you can have some fun with that, ladies and gentlemen. But the point is, you guys to enjoy your wonderful life and be ready for the future, because it is here, ladies and gentlemen. As Alan started off, it is here already. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we've been listening to News and Info with Alan Bartlett and Kevin Vaughan. We've been talking about cryptocurrency and in the news, ladies and gentlemen. We're excited. If you don't mind, Alan, let's give us some takeaways, man. What you want us to do, man? What do you want folks to do, bro?
Yeah, you know, and always realize that there's no blue pill to life.
Nope.
And so never get caught and think, oh, this is going to change my life. This is going to be, it can change your life and all this type of stuff. But there's no blue pills of life. And we're not trying to, or at least we're not telling you that crypto is the savior and the save all. No, it's just part of life. It's one of those tools that that's there to help you along in your life to get things done. But most importantly, it's how you think about money.
Right.
How do you handle your money? Because just like if you don't have that $1,500 emergency fund, you don't want to buy crypto.
Right.
You want to put that $1,500 emergency fund away and set that aside if possible. You want to, I think it's what Dave Ramsey talks about, some of that type of stuff, and Antonio sure enough does, and how to make sure that your debt to income ratio is right. It's not about how all the money that you have, but your debt to income ratio needs to be right, and you need to get yourself together. So one of the best things you can always do is you want to save a little and pay yourself first always. But also you want to work on paying off those bills.
Yes, sir.
And I know when it comes to student loans, that's a long-term thing, but you always want to pay yourself first and, you know, handle that money first. And so when it comes to that, make sure you put some crypto and paying yourself first.
Oh, I love it, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we're going to get ready to get out of here, guys. This has been News and Info with Alan Bartlett and Kevin Vaughan.
I
love it. Alan, thank you so much, man, for being with us on the network, man. You definitely bless some people. Show that book again, man, because people need to get that book. It's on Amazon, guys. Type in his name. You got it right here, right there. Type in his name, and then type in simple crypto, and you'll get the information, and then order that book as well, guys. So we're excited. Hey, Alan, we got to get out of here, man. We got things happening. Matter of fact,
thank you, sir.
We got that weather coming up from the southeast, coming up to Atlanta right now, man. It's blowing like crazy. I love it. I'm excited about that, man. That just shows you we ain't in charge of nothing, man.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, sir?
So we thank God for you, Alan. We do give God all the glory and praise. But
amen.
I want y'all to, like my pastor would say, I want you guys to read, research, and pay attention, ladies and gentlemen, and know that God is in control of everything. But guess what? We got to do it His way only.
That's right.
So pay attention, folks. That's a little hint there. Pay attention to what's going on, no matter what's happening around the globe. Alan, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Yes, sir. You too, sir. Much love to the family as well. Bless you and your family. And guys, we got to go. Take care of yourself. Hey, remember to always out love, out forgive, and out serve each other. And remember that Jesus is Lord, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time.
Yes, that's right. He is. Go ahead, brother.
He is Lord and Lord. You got any problem with that? Come see me or call me. I'll be glad to take that on with you.
Yes, indeed.
Amen. Alan, thank you so much again for being with us, bro. Take care of yourself. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Hey, get some exercise, guys. Enjoy your wonderful life and take care of your wonderful family. And take care of yourself. You guys mask up, right? Make sure you do that very, very well. You take care of yourself. Take care of your immune system. I am not a doctor, but take care of your immune system, guys. That's why Alan and I look so good, because we take care of ourselves.
That's right.
Let's do that, guys. In Jesus' name. Thank you so much. All right, we're out of here.